What's happening, guys? So I'm live in the spacecraft, but I'm actually sat down. I'm not stood up. Let me just readjust a little bit. Maybe add some 2-bit of blur. Don't need to see my messy bed. But yeah, so we're here, we're live, and I didn't want to go live and talk about anything else but the fact that we're champions and everything like that. And I don't want to peel away from that. Yeah. And it's about time I did content with some shades on as well, by the way. But I said I was going to go live pretty much every night running up to Sunday. And yeah, I've been seeing some point scoring on social media. Yeah. Igal in particular. I've been seeing some point scoring. You know what I mean? And this whole thing of, look what you said before about Arteta and what you said about the team and what you said about this and what we said about that. So we're going to talk about that because it's been, niggling me a little bit. Yeah. Man are wanting to then do the point scoring. Man want to stroke their own egos. Yeah. But for the last 6 years, when the Arteta outers, yeah, were proven right about the manager when we've said that he ain't good enough to get us over the line, blah, 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 all that jazz. Yeah. When he ended up proving us right about that, it was a case of, we're showing you what's going on. Yeah. You keep defending this, but we're still getting the same outcome. Yeah. But obviously, man like Arteta has won the league. And now the positives now want to come out in force, talk about, oh, you see, mate, I told you, mate. You know what I mean? And then they want to bring up all clips of what man have said and everything like that. And they want to stroke their own ego. And it's like, when we were unfortunately proven right about the manager for the last 6 years, our ego had nothing to do with it. It was purely based on the fact that we failed, yeah, and we're crying about it, yeah. But we've got over the line now, and now it's let me point score against the toxic negatives, mate. You know what I mean? It's do man getting his sleep at this point? Big up to Warren. Glad to see you're doing a video on this because I'm seeing a lot of this from top gooners who think they are better fans than us who didn't always believe. This is the thing, they've got that superiority complex now. I believed in him all this time, mate. Fam, let's not forget, some of you were Arteta out from early, yeah. Some of you even threw your season ticket away, yeah. Then you crawled and scrambled to get that back. Let's not forget that now. You know what I mean? Let's not do that. You know what I mean? You've probably got you've got a few years on, probably about 3 years on the same negative fans that you're talking about. You know what I mean? And then they kind of want to treat it now as if that, yeah, I'm more of a legit fan because I always believed. No, you didn't always believe. Some of you threw your season tickets away. Yeah. Some of you was wanting to hound this manager out too. So let's not do that. And you did that based on what you were seeing. But then when we got into title races, yeah, when we kept failing to win any trophy, barring the Community Shield in 2023, yeah, you man came with justifications for that. And the thing is, if we'd have lost to Burnley the other night and Man City drew against Bournemouth and then smoked Villa on the last day, and then we drew against Palace on the last day and Man City won the league, you lot would have still defended it. This is what these men are missing out. This is what the positives that want to point score. This is what they're missing out. They would have still defended Arteta if he failed. If he came away with nothing this season, they still would have defended it, and that's the point. You know what I mean? That's the whole point. Like these men think they're doing something now because we've got over the line like we've all been wanting. And now it's a case of let me reach back and call out the fans that never believed. You know what I mean? The energy should be put into smoking out these rival fans and pundits and everything like that. But they want to implode and talk about, oh, well, you said this, mate, about Arteta. You said all this. And you still would have defended him if he failed. That's the difference between fans like me and fans like you. You still would have the fans, the positives, they would have defended the failure if it happened. You know what I mean? Big up to Dreadly Flame. It's so jarring. We've just won the league. Let it go. We had different opinions and stances. So what? Is that a crime? This is what I mean. It's like we saw what we saw for the past 6 years. Yeah. I to see is not win the EFL Cup, FA Cup, the league, Europa League, Champions League. I to see is not win any of those and see teams around us win all those things. And these men were coming up with justifications. Let's not forget, Igal said last season, if Arteta loses the league to Slot, he should be sacked. He said that. Yeah? He was on Stream with League Gunner when he said that. I've seen him do it. So let's not do this. You know what I mean? Big up to more Arsenal. Hit the like button, people. Big up to Sean, the Gunner, 2026 Prem Champion. Big up YG, we fucking did it. It's our time. Let them know. It is our time. Party time. PART. Why? Because we have to. You get me? You know what I mean? Premier League champions out here. What am I saying? Well, I just have to touch on this topic of point scoring. Yeah? Because I was going to touch on it at some point anyway. And yeah, fans are trying to have a field there now. Big up to Twofold. Your impressions of other fans are so funny. Well, big up to you. YG, will you be streaming next Saturday or going to the screen? I'm going to be in London, so I'll be doing a vlog like I did for the EFL Cup final. Hopefully this time it works out for the better. You know what I mean? Hopefully it works out for the better. Jeff57 says, you called for Arteta to be sacked. If you had your way, we wouldn't have won the league. You have no right taking part in celebrations. You would try to destroy the club all season. Shame on you.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Ha!
So here we have one of those don't come to parade fans. Yeah. I called for Arteta to be sacked. Yes, I did. I was adamant I wanted this guy gone. Yeah. Based on what was going on. And this is what I mean about if Arteta had failed again, fans like this would have defended him. And that's the point. Yeah. That's the point. That's the difference between me and fans like this. I saw fuckery going on. I wanted it removed. Yeah. He saw it and was like, no, but I still believe. You know what I mean? You would have stayed with a partner that was kicking your ass domestically. Yeah. Because one day he or she might change their mind and stop doing it. That's the difference between you and fans like me. Yeah. You would have stayed getting your ass kicked in hopes one day that it don't happen anymore. Yeah. And when it stopped happening, you was like, see, my domestic violent partner wasn't as bad as what you lot claimed because he or she stopped whooping my ass. You know what I mean? And it's like, well, if the person never stopped whooping your ass, you would have stayed and justified it, wouldn't you? That's fans like you, Jeff. The fans that say, you have no right to take part in celebrations, mate. You know what I mean? That's the difference. If we had it your way, we wouldn't have won the league. Well, for all we know, if we had it my way, for all we know, we could have had multiple league titles and multiple Champions Leagues, multiple FA Cups, multiple League Cups, for all we know. We don't know. You know what I mean? If my domestic violent partner, yeah, if I had my way and I got rid of the person, maybe I would have had a better relationship going forward. Instead of it only stopping now. Who knows? You know what I mean? Let the top gunners say what they want, as we said all season. Arteta proves wrong, and even Bedroom too. And the thing is, I flip-flopped. Y'all saw me. I flip-flopped to the Rasclar.
Flip-flopping this shit.
I actually flip-flopped. Whenever I change, yeah, based on whatever's happened, yeah, y'all are the first to be noticed about it because I said it to you guys, yeah? Because I held this manager to the standard of win the league and something else with it, or the Champions League and something else with it. Then it was win both of them, the league and the Champions League. And then I said win the treble, yeah? And then I said this season when he got us the EFL Cup final, if we just come out with the EFL Cup and the Premier League title, I'd flip-flop, yeah? And it was a case of, right, well, we got to a final, we lost it. Yeah, you better get us to that other one and win that as well as this league now. You know what I mean? And having seen him win this league title and what it's done to all the fans, like I said yesterday, what it's done to all the fans, not even including me, exclude me for a second. Let's talk about all the other fans out there. Yeah, Arsenal fans out there. Yeah, what it's done for them. Yeah, how it's brought everyone together. I thought to myself, you know what? You know, the way it was done, and you know, I'll be willing to forgive to the point of I'm gonna be fully on your back, supporting you, kind of thing. Yeah, but most of that is due to the fact that we not only got to a Champions League final, but then won the league title. It's also making me believe, I think now, that that's going to give us enough going into Budapest to actually land the double that I've been crying out for. Yeah? So you've seen me flip-flop.
Flip-flopping this shit.
I've seen him do it.
You know what I mean? Ain't no secret. Prove my point above. Stop with the point scoring. We all want the club to be successful, and you have no right to tell Gunners. Exactly. This is what I mean. These man think they can dictate who's coming to the parade or not, you know. You know what I mean? But if we, like I said, if he didn't get over the line at all and we came away with nothing, yeah, they would have justified it. They would have been happy enough to keep him, while we're unhappy that if in that scenario happened, that it happened. YG, when we win the Champions League next week, every London club will show up. Nobody can say shit. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? Because obviously we've won the league, yeah? I can't break loose yet because we've still got the Champions League final to. Once that's over and done with, then I can resume, you know, the banter. Obviously, we're still waiting for the team to lift the Premier League trophy as well. So when rival fans want to talk shit, we can just flex those photos and videos of the players and the manager lifting this trophy. So there's that too, yeah. Because right now, all we've got is the celebrations on the night and AI photos. Yeah, we're waiting for the official photos and videos, fam. Yeah, and any rival fan that wants to give it, you know that they're all going to be getting it anyway. We've said this, haven't we? They're all getting it. Don't let me see us win this Champions League either. I'm telling you, I'm coming for all you, man. You know, I'm taking aim. I'm taking flight. I'm taking aim to all you, man. Big up to Godfrey. Big up to Put on the Shades. Destroy the club. Madness, innit? You know what I mean? You just couldn't make it up.
I beg your pardon?
You couldn't make it up. Man, talk about destroy, you know. Jeff has a funniest thumbnail I've seen. Is this your card? No. Is this your card? No. Is this your card? No. If you eventually get it right after 100 attempts, don't make you a magician. YG, as you're going to bring the club down because your opinions, shame on you. Jeff looks like that in the thumbnail because he was stuck up Arteta's ass for 6 years without criticizing when he deserved it. Well, you know, if I see you at the parade, I'll be asking you to go home. You have no right. This parade is for the supporters. Fam, if you see me at the parade, you ain't saying shit. Let's not do that now. Like, fam, let's not do that.
Who the fuck is this asshole?
You know what I mean? If I see you at parade, mate, we'll go home. Nah, fam. You know what I mean? Man's gonna be there to stay. Yeah? Man's gonna be there to stay. You know what I mean? Imagine there's gonna be a shit ton of people, probably about 500,000 people in the streets for all we know. Yeah? Arsenal fans. Yeah? In the streets. He spots me. I'll go home, mate. Just imagine the scenario of that playing out.
Just help me to understand.
You just gonna make it up, could you? If I see you at parade, we're surrounded by thousands of people, man. I would tell you to go home. You know what I mean? I have no right to be there, you know. You know what I mean? So if we'd have sacked Arteta and another manager came in and won us the Premier League, would it be legit for me to say the same thing to you then? Don't come to parade because you only wanted Arteta to do it. Would that have made sense, Jeff? Would it have made sense?
Oh, sugar. You just gone and done the dumbest thing in your whole life.
Again! Jesus. I mean, fam. The toxic positives go on about the fan base being divided all the time. Now they're doing a dividing and want to fight man in car parks over words. This is what I mean. We just want a league title. Yeah? And all they want to do now is go, oh, you are Tatarauters, mate. Like, hang on. So I thought we had the egos. I thought we just wanted to be proven right. You know what I mean? Because man are celebrating, and then now I'm seeing online, oh, look what Lee Gunner said. Look what Northside said. You know what I mean? It's like, enjoy that we've won the league for the first time in 22 years, fam. We've been taking bare heat. And all you want to do is implode on Arsenal fans when we've won. It's a different thing when fans are imploding on each other because we failed, but we've won. All you that didn't believe, mate. You know what I mean? Like, fuck out of here. You know what I mean? Like I said, if you was getting your ass kicked for 6 years in your relationship, yeah, and you were just praying that your partner would stop, yeah, and one day they stop doing it. You know what I mean? That's like you saying, I see it. All you that said that my partner was not good for me, mate, you're all wrong. Just stop whooping my ass. You know what I mean? Don't come to wedding, mate. It's stupid, isn't it? You're not invited to the wedding because my partner that was kicking my ass has stopped now, and I've proved you wrong that my partner wasn't toxic. When for 6 years, what you've seen is my partner be toxic and whoop my ass. But now I'm telling you that my partner on a 7th year stopped whooping my ass for good, at least for now. Let's just say it. Now I'm saying to you guys, I see, instead of being happy that the relationship's stable now, you should want to turn around and say, oh, you see, mate, don't come to wedding now. You ain't coming to stag do, kid. Huh. Come on now, what are we doing? Why you to tell a grown man what to do? You know what I mean? Like, if I see you at parade, mate, you know what I mean? Ooh, YG is perfectly fine going anywhere, Jeff. You ain't that guy. That's what I mean. Like, to tell anybody, never mind just me, to tell anybody, if I see you at parade, I'm going to tell you to go home. Imagine, just think, those of you who've been to the carnival, yeah? Because that's what this parade is going to be, carnival on steroids. That's what it's going to be. You're barely going to be able to move. Like, you will walk past celebrities you didn't know you walked past because, you know what I mean? And somebody, a fan, who believed in Arteta all this time and would have believed in him even if he failed, is going to tell another fan who didn't believe up until now, go home, you don't deserve to be here at this parade because you didn't believe for as long as what I did. I mean, you just could not make that up.
Stop it. Get some help.
You could make it up. You know what I mean? It's just, we will see. We will, Jeff. You know what I mean? I hope that 5'7" in your name isn't your age. You know what I mean? Like you're too old to be asking another grown man anyway to be like, oh, go home. If I see you at parade, tell you to go home. You know what I mean? You know, it looks like it's been weighed in a fair few times. I mean, how many people you been trying to dictate where they should be? You know what I mean? We're all supporters, Jeff. You better believe I'll be at the parade. I've supported the club since late 90s. You think I'll let a random with your mindset police me? To hell with that. Get the fuck out of here. That's what I mean. Like, what's the chances of me seeing anybody? The chances of me seeing any of my subscribers is pretty much zero at this point at the parade because of the numbers. You know what I mean? If I see you at parade, mate. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. It's just madness. YG's Arteta in chill. Oh, but they can't chill now. Because, but you said this about Arteta, mate. You know what I mean? So now it's like, let me find the clips, mate. I won't be hard to clip up anyway. I've said all sorts. I took shit down that I've said in terms of wanting this manager gone, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? I took shit down. You know what I mean? But, you know, Arteta got us over the line. He's bonded the fans together. And now it's, oh, no, mate, but you said this. Just be aware of all the abusive comments I am screenshotting and reporting. What abusive comments? What in here? Mate, you're trying to dictate if man can go parade or not. You know what I mean? You can't be then playing victim. You know what I mean? You can't say dictate if somebody can go to a parade or not, then say, oh, I'm a victim.
I beg your pardon?
You just can't do that.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Come on, man. All right. Well, what are we doing?
Got us another one.
I'm going to report you now because I told you not to come parade and abusive comments. Come on, man. What are we doing? You know what I mean? So you're grown up enough to tell man, if I see you at parade, we'll tell you to go home. You know what I mean? I'll give you credit. I'll give you credit that you didn't threaten me. Yeah? I'll give you credit on that. But you can't dictate where man can and can't go based on, oh, well, you said this about Arteta. And then turn around and say, I'm screenshotting abuse. Come on, man. Come on, what are we doing out here, man? What are we doing? Honestly, like
Selective badness.
you just can't do that. I mean, that is not okay. Dear oh dear. Touch grass, my friend. I'm hitting yard shot outside the stadium before parade, hopefully. Me, I couldn't tell you what I'm going to be doing, but other than just try and get there bare early, just to try and get a decent view, I'm barely going to be able to see anything. Jeff, no one's been abusive. You're just in here trying to imply we are shit fans because we didn't believe every year like you did, proving a point, scoring thing. That's what I mean. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like fans like that need to understand why didn't fans like me believe all this time? You know what I mean? What was it that happened to make fans like myself and others not believe? You know what I mean? He said asking you to go, I'm not telling. But even still, you know what I mean? Like when we go, To see you at the parade, I'll be asking you to go home. You have no right. This parade is for supporters. You know what I mean? So he's telling me I have no right to be there. Yeah, he's not threatening. Like I said, I gave him credit for not be thingy. You know what I mean? You have no right taking part in the celebrations. I have no right, you know. I have no right.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Grab a 2 Guinness spoon. Nah, we ain't doing none of that. Jeff, stop harassing. Would you mind leaving the parade? The thing is, what happens when I say no? What happens then? Let's just build a scenario. Man like Jeff is come up to me in the parade. You're that YG, aren't you? From YouTube, mate. You didn't believe in Arteta, mate. So can you go home, please? You know what I mean? We've just won the league and possibly the Champions League. You know what I mean? Let's not forget that. Because the parade is regardless, because we just won the league. This could be because we won the Champions League as well on top of it. And man's going to take time out. Yeah? Bear in mind, you won't be able to hear much. So he's going to be like, you're that YG, mate, from YouTube, mate. I was in comments, I'm Jeff, mate. Can you go home, please? Because you don't have no right to be here. What are we doing? Jeff, come on, man. You can't be doing that. You know what I mean? You just can't be doing it, man. YG's not the reason why we failed for 3 years straight when this title should have been won a few seasons ago. Yeah, won and even retained, if anything. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even call you fans. I would call you distributors and traitors. Stay away from the parade and find a new club. Now that is bang out of order. You know what I mean?
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
You know what I mean? Man's accusing us of being traitors, you know.
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
you know what I mean?
again!
Like, Jeff, what's going on? Come on, man. You can't be doing that, man. You know what I mean? Disruptors, you know, and traitors. Stay away from the parade and find a new club, you know. Find a new club. Because I've been calling the manager out, yeah, all this time, I should find a new club now. Jeff, man. Jeff, come on, man. It's just, you've gone too far.
You ain't going too goddamn far now.
Lord have mercy. Jeff pretending he's never had his doubts about Arteta behind closed doors. You know Jeff was Arteta out from like the 2020 period when we're getting smoked at home. We're getting dealt with at home. You know what I mean? That 2021 season, 2020-2021 season when we had one win in like what? We had like a gang of games that we lost, and that one that we won was Man United away. Yeah, no fans being there. You know, man, that like Jeff was calling out Arteta. You know what I mean? He got us into title races, and that's when they became Arteta in. You know what I mean? I'm working on the doors at the parade. He must be a troll. Probably. I mean, you know what I mean? If your name's not on the list, you ain't coming in. Well, Jeff, I might not get in. So you might not have to see me at the parade. You know, when all those thousands of fans have to go through the doors. You know what I mean? Stop and search and all that. You watch that some winning time before the season, you would understand why just come from. Understand. And this is the thing as well. Like, it's the older generation that you've seen George Graham and them, man. Yeah. And these will be the man that will be talking like this. You know what I mean? Them of all people should understand why anybody was fuming at Arteta before he won us the league. You know what I mean? I think Bernardo would not be the partner stopping, but the partner suddenly becoming an amazing partner. Well, yeah, basically. Stopping, becoming amazing. You know what I mean? Slot won the Premier League in his first year, and Liverpool fans still want him out. Yeah. Man like Arnie 10 Slot, you know what I mean? But to be fair, that regression is quite big, though. You know what I mean? Like he's basically a Dutch Antonio Conte. Conte won the league in his first season and finished 5th in his second season. But albeit he did win the FA Cup though in his second season, whereas Slot, man couldn't even win a Community Shield. You know what I mean? Imagine that. Man couldn't even land a Community Shield. Oh, what, Jeff? What exactly are you going to do if I'm there? You're not going to do anything. Let's not do this now. Can you actually read the stuff you're saying? How ridiculous it is. Man like Jeff, you know. Man like Jeff. Don't be like Jeff, people. So you introduces your YG. By the way, I'm screenshotting all the threats that may be made. I can't even believe Jeff talked about screenshots and abusive comments and reporting in the same words as in the same thread as him saying, I ask you to leave. You don't have no right being here. I mean, anyone that says you can't come to parade and if I see you, etc., is a bitch. Like these men are not going to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what they think a parade is for them to be able to comfortably say, I don't want to see you at parade. Because he's not the only Arsenal fan I've seen say stuff like this. In all fairness, the others that I've seen like on X, and they've been worse. They're like demanding you don't be there, kind of thing. And it's like, fam, none of you's gonna do anything. I mean, we're all gonna be too busy trying to get as close as we can to see the bus, to see them holding potentially 2 trophies, but guaranteed 1 trophy. You know what I mean? I think there needs to be an entry exam for the parade. Too many Arsenal fans appearing. Well, this is the thing. I'm seeing like these things, yeah. And in fact, I'm seeing things online that are suddenly Arsenal fans. Yeah. And I've got no problem with people want to show out, but you got things. Oh, hey, you can see it. You got these things that are Arsenal fans now. You know what I mean? Where were these buddies when we held 4 in Baku? You know what I mean? Where were they when we were getting thumped 8-2, 6-0, Wenger's 1000th game? You know what I mean? Olympiacos, Europa League. You know what I mean? Where were they in them dark times when Burnley was beating us at home? Leicester, Everton, Wolves. I mean, I'm seeing influencers, these painting influencers, and then the hardcore Arsenal now. I mean, it's nice to see. You know what I mean? It's a good sight to look at. You know what I mean? Improve the eyesight and all that. But you know what I mean, when you think about it, it's like if we regress from here now, are y'all still gonna be here? You know what I mean? Igal just went on 12th man to call out non-believers. I reminded them Igal was also at at one point. Did he do this just now? Funny enough, I've got my YouTube tab open right now. Hang on a minute. What's this? What am I seeing about Slot? Has he been sacked or something? Or is it just a speculation? Hold on a minute. I'm gonna play that yet. Did you go on the 12th man just now? Because they've done a stream an hour ago. And one in the title it says slot sacked, but it has a question mark and exclamation mark. Is there some like thing going on or something? Imagine people like me said all season, "Oh, Arteta proves us wrong." That's what I mean. But those same people will have the same energy with Kenny who was Arteta out. Oh, we'll have to see whenever Egal goes on stream with Kenny and them. Imagine praising Arteta for bringing the fan base together, and then trying to split the fan base and ban folk from attending parades. Don't you believe in what Arteta preaches? This is what I mean. The truth is, there are a lot of people who can't show their face at the parade with how much abuse they've chucked. No one here is that, but certain guys out there. Well, I know the likes of Lee Gunner. You know what I mean? He ain't flying to England to go to no parade. He's got too much heat on his back. I think Northside is the same. Northside is the same. You know, in all fairness. You know what I mean? I think Shane Gooner, he might be another one. You won't see him there. Yeah, because of probably similar reasons. You know what I mean? But you know, in all fairness, I can understand it if you're big to a point of where like I can walk through London, and people won't recognize me because I'm not that big yet. I've only got less than 2,000 subs on YouTube. You know what I mean? I'd be amazed if anybody's like, "Oh, that's Yorkshire Gunner." I'd be amazed. You know what I mean? But if it was Lee Gunner or Northside, people will know straight away. There'll be enough people that will recognize them. You know what I mean? They've had TikTok clips go around everything, millions of views, whatever. You know what I mean? So I can understand it. You know what I mean? It's just that, don't deny that that's the reason why you're not going to be here. You know what I mean? Not the case of, "Oh, I'm just not going." It's like, for the first time, the fan base together, and now they're trying to split up before the Champions League final. What an absolute disgrace. Did he a job with it? Yeah. Imagine there's 2 million people at the parade and Jeff is looking for YG out of 2 million people to say that. That's what I mean. No, but imagine if he just bumps into me like, "Oh, you're YG, mate. I think you should go home." You know what I mean? Nothing's happening, YG. He won't even find you. I don't worry about nothing like that. You know what I mean? I don't worry about nothing like that. It's always going to happen with Top Gooners. You have to question whether some of the online fans are actually fans. At this point, yeah. If one of the first things is we've won, now I want to get out the non-believers of Arsenal fans. You know what I mean? Because winning and then wanting to implode is different than losing and wanting to implode. Because with losing and wanting to implode, you're imploding on those that defended the failure. You know what I mean? I couldn't find barely anyone the other night. I wish I was down there, man. And that was 100K. Yeah, you know what I mean? You better find anyone in that. Arteta was fortunate he was not sacked during lockdown. He was very, very fortunate. All them losses at home, trust me, fans were in that stadium seeing that. You know what I mean? Seeing that. This is why, obviously, we stuck with Arteta and he's finally got us over the line. You're not going to see other football clubs do that because they won't put up with a third of what Arteta had us go through. You know what I mean? If Arteta was at Man United, he'd been sacked a long time. If I was at Chelsea, he'd been sacked a long time. Liverpool, he'd been sacked a long time. You know what I mean? Like they would have sacked him. They wouldn't have given him a chance. This is why when you see fans like Arsenal Fluers, yeah, who's also trying to milk the whole, the Arteta outers, you were wrong, mate. Yeah. Just remember, he wanted he wanted Ten Hag gone. Yeah. How does he know that Ten Hag might not have done what Arteta's doing for us now? Because Ten Hag was literally working his way up with trophies. Literally. He won the EFL Cup, and then he got him to the FA Cup final, and then he got him back to the FA Cup final, and then won it. Yeah? How do they know Europa League wouldn't have been next? And then the Champions League or the league title wouldn't have been next? How do Man United fans know that? They never would have given time. This is why them employing Carrick, yeah, I'm chilled, because if he doesn't win the Champions League or the league title in 3 years, they're going to want him gone. Because they've shown winning the EFL Cup and or the FA Cup isn't good enough, because they sacked a manager who did that just because of what was going on in the league. So unless Carrick is going to keep them in the top 4 the way Arteta did with us, he ain't going to stand a chance. He's going to get eaten alive. So he's going to have to maintain top 4 and win the league or the Champions League. At the very minimum, strongly maintain top 4 and win a cup. At an absolute minimum. But he can't afford to have a season where he don't get in the top 4 and struggles, and he ends up getting Europa League or something. He can't afford that. United fans will eat him alive. Look what they did Ole. Ole lasted so long because he was getting top 4. Yeah? And then he got him to a final and lost it. Again, how do Man United fans, how do they know that Ole might not have got them what Arteta's doing for us now? And Ole had a decent record against Pep head-to-head. Man United could have possibly been us now if they'd have stuck with Ole for all they know. Or if they stuck with Ten Hag for all they know. But they won't give the manager that time. We had no choice. We were stuck with Arteta. Yeah? That's what the difference between us and them. So that's why Man United fans are hoping that Carrick is snappy with it. That they see a league title and or Champions League and they're snappy with it. United fans are begging to win the league now because they've seen Arsenal do it. You know what I mean? They haven't finished above City since 2013, and it's only now they're begging to win the league because Arteta has won Arsenal the league. Yeah? If that doesn't tell you how much Man United see us as a rival over Liverpool and Man City, I don't know what does. Big up YG. How we feeling winning the Prem after 22 years? I'm feeling on top of the world. Yeah, but we've got Budapest to go to. Yeah, and I swear, if we win the league and if we win the Champions League alongside having won this league, I swear. You know what I mean? Chelsea fans think that they shut down London when they won the Champions League. Fam, y'all had a barbecue compared to what's going to happen if at the parade regardless. Now imagine a parade of a Premier League and a Champions League at the same time. We'd be the first London club to have that kind of parade, fam. Yeah? Telling you. For me, it's not about whether you are Arteta or not. It's how much you've chucked at people on personal level. People know who I'm on about. Yeah, I mean, there's been Bear fans that have been giving it and overdoing it. Yeah? The only thing, the thing I'm guilty of is giving it at Arteta, calling him, CONTs and stuff like that and whatever. Yeah, when I've been angry because of his decision making and everything like that. Yeah. When it comes to these content creators, I just took the piss out of them. You know what I mean? I took the piss out of them, sucking off Arteta, blah, blah, blah. But then there's those who took it to another level. You know what I mean? And it's like, fam, he didn't need to go that far. You know what I mean? But even I will admit that there's times where I've gone too far in terms of the way I was calling out this manager. And that was based on what he was serving up to us. You know what I mean? But yeah, I know what you mean. Some ideas fine, but some people get really nasty. And that's why some of them you won't see them at the parade. Probably is. I don't take nothing like that seriously anyway. Yeah, for me, it's personally should be on football with certain guys on YouTube. Still celebrating now. First title in 2 decades. Jeffrey spending his time looking for watching. I can still call you Arsenal. Oh, now you can call us the Premier League champions. That's what you can call us. Just call us Premier League champions. That's what we are. You know what I mean? That's our name now. You know what I mean? The Premier League champions. You know what I mean? It feels so good. You know what I mean? The first time as an adult, I can say that. Strange to have an issue with YG. I wonder who else has an issue with YG. Well, we've got man like a certain man that taught Bologna
10 fucking Heisenberg, blood.
who had an issue with me doing videos based on the shit that he was talking. Not gonna lie, I saw my female cousin talking about coming to parade like it's carnival, but never once seen her talk about Arsenal. Her dad, who's my uncle, is an Arsenal fan, but she's never told me she is. Oh, it's one of them ones. It's one of them ones.
I beg your pardon.
It's one of them ones. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Tup. Big up to Footy Banson thing. This afternoon, all right, so it's this one here then. All right, I'm gonna play it now then. Let me okay, you guys not there yet. Ain't there yet. He's not there yet. Ah, wait, is he there now? Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna have it on mute for now. Big up to Waffled On. Premier League champs, my friend. Slaphead of Feyenoord sacked. I mean, it's in the title of the video of Dan Potts' thingy, but it does have a question mark on it though. As soon as they brought up my comment, his phone reception died. All right, so they do bring up your comment. All right, they also said Arteta's legacy will be greater than Conte's if he's on course. Well, technically it would, because Conte won the league and the FA Cup. Arteta's already won more than him because he's won the league, FA Cup, and 2 shields. And yeah, if Arteta wins anything else, then yeah, he's lapsed Conte. And plus Conte, you know what I mean, he did shit in Europe. But we owe Arteta an apology for Calvi. And this is what I mean. Like, this is what I mean. I used that analogy earlier, yeah, of being in an abusive relationship and you're getting your ass kicked for 6 years by your partner, yeah, and then and people know that that's been happening to you, yeah, and people have said, you know, this person's not good for you. They're this, they're that, they're this, they're that. And you, the victim, yeah, in this instance, is defending it. Yeah, you're saying, oh no, but they won't do it forever. Like, eventually, they're going to stop. And then when the person eventually does stop and becomes a much better person, then that's like you turning around to them and saying, say sorry for saying that my partner was toxic and abusive, even though they were doing that to me for 6 years. And then saying, don't come to the wedding. It's stupid. There's a village missing an idiot, Jeff Meister. Yeah, there's some that are very well-known faces. I just know if I was certain guys, I'd be very careful with my head in this. This is the thing. This is why, like I said, this is why I don't believe you won't see the likes of Lee gonna fly over to England, Northside coming back to England to go to the parade. Even, you know what I mean? Imagine first league in 22 years and you ain't gonna come to parade. You know what I mean? It's clearly because you've got a target on your head. I mean, you can't come. Like, you can come in terms of nobody's physically stopping you, but as soon as you get there, fam. You know what I mean? 100,000 people follow your channel, or let's say 100,000 collectively follow your channel, and millions have viewed your stuff. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, if I lived near the Emirates, I didn't have 6 a.m. work start, I definitely would have gone to the celebrations. Yeah, I would have loved to be down there, man. Would have took me 3 and a bit hours to get there, get down there. We have to give credit to Kroenke because at this club they exercise a lot of patience with managers. Then jumping the gun, it took too long, but it's paid off. And yeah, I mean, you're stuck with him. You know what I mean? And you know, it's paid off. We're seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, and potentially we're seeing a Champions League alongside it. Potentially, you know what I mean? So, you know, it's I have to big up them really as well. United ball will sack Carrick after 3 years because they don't have the patience of Arsenal. That's what I mean. So unless he's going to win the league or the Champions League, or at the very least cement top 4 comfortably every season and win a cup, that's the only way he's staying. He's not staying if he doesn't win anything but gets top 4. Yeah, they're going to start giving him the Ollie treatment because they're going to start seeing that he's not getting them over the line. If he's topsy-turvy, wow, I've got the Champions League year to play in, and then another season I've got Europa League, and then another season I don't, or whatever. Again, they're not going to put up with that. If he wins a cup, but again, he can't keep getting top 4, it's going to go against him. You know what I mean? I said this when they sacked Ten Hag. I said they've set themselves up now, because now what we know now is a manager can walk in there and win an FA Cup or EFL Cup in the meantime, and that's not enough. Yeah? They want to be back at the promised land. You know what I mean? And they're going to keep chopping and changing managers until someone is snappy with it and gets into the finish line. Big up to Red Bull Vodka. Carrick is just an Ollie Pro Max. Had we lost the Premier League last day of the season, they would have all been Arteta out. It's that simple. I still think they would have defended him because getting us to a Champions League final would have been enough. You know what I mean? And let's just say we didn't win the Champions League. You know what I mean? It would have been enough for them. Terry was saying that the mainstream media, like TalkSport, etc., do all the stories for clicks. I almost spot my tea out. And this is the guy that's doing done deals. I'm still waiting for Ivan Toney done deal at Arsenal, by the way. Been waiting for about 3 years now. You know what I mean? You aren't even from North London, Flake Plastic Glory. Oh, now that's beef. That's bang out of all.
You ain't going too goddamn far now.
That is beef, Jeff. You know what I mean? You can't be doing. I'm disappointed, Jeff.
What the fuck, y'all? God damn! God damn! God damn!
What?
Fuck!
Emotional damage.
Fam. And when people say this, when they try and use, you ain't from London, mate. It's like, fam, like, how do you think Arsenal's so big? How do you think there's such a big club? What, do you think it's just fans in London? You know what I mean? Like, you couldn't make this up, could you? You really couldn't. You couldn't make this up.
Stop it. Get some help.
I remember the Arteta v Ollie debates during COVID times. Goodness me. Look where both. Yeah. This is the thing. United fans are notorious for doing this. Remember when Dan James was better than Pepe? Then Pepe won an FA Cup in his first season. Dan James did fuck all. Remember when Greenwood was better than Martinelli? Martinelli won an FA Cup. Greenwood fuck all. You know what I mean? I'll even go back further. I remember when Memphis Depay was apparently better than Alexis Sanchez. You know what I mean? United fans, they do the same thing all the time and they don't realize they're doing it because they're still stuck in their child-like mindset from them being a United fan back when they were kids to avoid being bullied, which is, you know, why a lot of United fans are United fans these days. It's because when they were kids, that was a way to avoid being bullied for, you know, in terms of football. Yeah. And they've always been comparing the shiny new toy with everyone else because they've been used to winning. So their shiny new toys always got over the line for the most part. They're still stuck in that way now. Yeah. Though, mark my words, this is how next season's going to start for Man United. Yeah. Providing the first 5 games that Arsenal's not in there, Man United will win the first 5 games of the season. That United Strand will get a haircut. Yeah. Come September, United Strand is getting a haircut because Man United will win the first 5 games of the Premier League. The fans will start saying how Carrick is going to overtake Arteta for the league and nobody stands a chance. Pep's not here no more and we're going to clean up. And they're going to compare their informed player to Saka. Whoever they sign or whatever, they're going to compare it to ours. Yeah? And then you know how the story is going to end. I'm telling you, this is what they do. I know, like I said, I know United fans. I know what they're thinking about. I know when they're tired. I know when they're going to yawn. I know everything about them. I know how they think. I know how they operate. You know what I mean? I can probably tell you what they're eating right now. That's how much I know. You mark my words. Providing it's not Arsenal inside the first 5 fixtures, because I'm not tipping them to beating us. Yeah? Man United will win their first 5 games of the season. And United Strand will get a haircut right at the start of the season. First 5 games. That will take you into September. Yeah? And United fans will start giving it. Yeah? They'll start. You think Chelsea fans this season were bad? Back in November, October time. Just wait until you see a purple patch next season of Carrick, yeah? Until Europe starts to happen, until the EFL Cup starts to happen. And they've got multiple games in a week. We spent all season playing twice a week, by the way. This season gone. Yeah? We spent all season doing that. Why? Because we played the maximum games in the EFL Cup. Yeah. We obviously Premier League, and we got to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. And you know, we're about to play the maximum game in the Champions League. You know what I mean? Why do that so true? After Arsenal got over the line, it's only now United fans want to win it. It's Chelsea and the standards have dropped massively. Got no patience for managers. This is what I mean. United fans now, they're looking at their club. Because I told you guys, the reason why United are twerking for City so much is because they're scared that everyone's going to turn on them. When's the last time you won the league? And because of their fear of Arsenal, they feared Arsenal fans winning the league so we control them for not winning it. So now it's like when Nas brought out that Ether song, that diss track to Jay-Z. Damon Dash and PD Crack, yeah? They said, or it was PD Crack that said it, because I saw his interview when he said it. When that Ether song came out, Damon Dash had Jay-Z and all the crew sat down, and it was proper. You know when a manager's giving a halftime team talk, and let's just say he's losing at halftime, and he's giving a team talk. PD Crack said it was literally like that because of that song. That's what that song did to them. It made them panic to a point where Damon Dash was basically saying to him, "Look, you know what I mean? This guy's brought out this song, and he said this, and this song's this and that, because that's what happens backstage. That's what happens behind the scenes that we don't see." She's like when 50 Cent brought out In the Club. Ja Rule and them man panicked. Irv Gotti said himself, them man were prang when that song came out because they knew, when they heard that song, they knew it was going to bang. They were prang. Yeah? And that's what United fans, that's what they're doing now. They're prang. They're shitting it. They are absolutely shitting bricks. And if anything, it's going to accelerate Carrick's inevitable failure at the club, should it happen. Because if he doesn't win the league next season, well, he's going to have to do it the season after. Because deep down in their heads, United fans know this season they should challenge for the league now. Especially all the shit they've been saying about, oh, if Carrick was here from August. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, United fans, they're on strings right now. Don't forget that this manager blamed the ball for us getting dumped out of the Carabao Cup. He has made the club look daft at times. He has. You know what I mean? Even when you're asked about the ball, just say, well, you know, the ball don't make a difference. That's what he could have said, because that was last season when we got knocked out against Newcastle, and they asked him about the ball, and then he commented about the ball. What he could have said was, well, the ball has nothing to do with it. Like, you know, Newcastle played with the same ball that we did. And, you know, any difference with the ball, I haven't noticed it. But we all play with the same ball. It's not an excuse. We weren't good enough. He could have said that. But when he's saying about the ball flying away more and all that shit, nah, you're not doing yourself any favours. Hopefully he's learned from that as well. Someone talking about abusive comments now being the most abusive in here. There's millions of Arsenal fans not from North London. So what are we doing? That's what I mean. You just can't be doing that, man. The cutaways, elite YG. Well, big up to you. The girl was only on briefly. I haven't got there yet. I just let it play. It's on mute. Did you see what happened to those bums Southampton, YG? Yes, I did. And it was glorious. I've seen him do it. On the same night we win the league. Yeah. Southampton admin was giving it on Twitter when they knocked us out of the FA Cup. Yeah. Them man were looking forward to going back to Wembley only to find out denied. You know what I mean? Could have happened to a better club in the lower league at this point. You know what I mean? You just couldn't happen to a better club that is in the lower league. I'll get you the timestamp. The amount of points scoring from Arteta cultists when we just won the league title is laughable but predictable. Us skeptics have wanted this success since day one. That's what I mean. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's done what we asked. You know what I mean? You got man like Stricto, aka Send Locations, talk about where's the bottom gooners now? Send locations. Like fam. Just won the league, and man wanna bring up the fans that they disagree with because they were defending this manager, even though we know full well, every man and his dog knows, if we'd have failed this season on all fronts, y'all have still defended it. You know what I mean? Fuck the Saints, didn't want those comes back. Yeah, no, Southampton can get fucked. They can get fucked. Can't stand them. I heard Arteta in his interview say he wants to win the 2 big trophies at the parade. He wants the 2 big trophies at the parade. Oh, yeah, he better coach this team to get them. You know what I mean? He better coach this team to get them. You know what I mean? Just 90 minutes. 90 minutes minimum away from history. Where we criticize the players, Arteta and the players, ultimately, however different we want the club to win things, intention is identical, the point scoring solves nothing, it exposes the cultists. That's what I mean. I haven't got time to go at Arteta inners. You know what I mean? We just won the league. You know what I mean? The priority is celebrating that. Secondary is trolling the rival fans. You know what I mean? 40 minutes. What am I on here? All right. I went past it. Oh, he goes there. He doesn't have his thing on. Right. So he's gonna pop on soon. He didn't have his thing on, his camera on. Max, we want trophies. They want a manager. Now the manager wins the trophy. They want all the cake. Yeah. They want it, like I said before, they want Arteta to be the one that does it. Because they would have had a massive egg on their face if we'd have got rid of him not doing it. Because they would have defended all, you know what I mean? Actually happened to me, to a mate of mine. He grew up with getting abused by his wife, and then he suggested divorce. His mate stopped talking to him. Madness. YG's going to London because after winning the Champions League on Sunday, he's already brought the materials ready to build that golden statue. Telling you, I mean, get that statue put up if he wins that Champions League. I'm telling you, I mean, 100% deserves a statue. He's got targets on the heads just for having different views, and of course, we need to tighten the screws back of the heads. To be honest, if I was league gunner, I would shamelessly join the parade, especially if we're potentially winning the Champions League. What's the saying that they're just best fan said, shaking your bum? It's too risky for him. In all fairness, it's too risky. I could have swore when I watched Arsenal versus, it was either Wolves or Burnley back in 2023. I could have swore when I was walking to the stadium with all the Arsenal fans, I could have swore I heard, because there was a couple of Arsenal fans, 2 guys talking. I could have swore I heard one of them mention Lee Gunner's name. I'm not 100% sure, but I could have swore I heard one of them mention his name. You know what I mean? I would only give Arteta his proposed extension on one condition: he replicates whatever he achieves this season for next season. I want to be 100% sure this isn't a one-season wonder. So that's where I was when I said that if he wins just one trophy this season, we know he's going to stay. So okay, do it again. You know what I mean? I need to see that this is about this life. That's why I kept saying if he wins 2 trophies this season, because if he wins another trophy, you know what I mean, that's showing me you are about this life. You know what I mean? That it wasn't just you scammed it in the end because we saw that City were up for it kind of thing. So since I'm from South Africa, I'm a fake plastic fan. But yeah, apparently, I live 20 minutes from the Emirates. Everyone's welcome. 20 minutes, Focus as we are wild obsession with wanting to be right, cheap point scoring. They want Arteta to win to prove that I was wrong. Hypocrites. Man, I've got a lot of comments. I'll try and whisk through these as much as I can. Being a United fan, 30+ years, I was gone from total dominance to mediocrity. Stressful life. I definitely was a Spurs fan as a young G. He said his family's Tottenham and then Man United. So, Man United is just a spicy Tottenham when it comes to United fans down south. You know what I mean? It's crazy how certain Arsenal fans are policing other Arsenal fans on who can go to the parade. This fan base will always be divided, or win or lose. You know what I mean? And so imagine at the parade, you've seen an Arsenal fan who's an Arteta outer, who's chanting the "We've got Super Mick Arteta" chant. And now imagine saying, "Oh, but you are Arteta out, mate." You know what I mean? It's like we just won. Even if you do the double, it's a maximum 8 out of 10 season purely because how we lost the cup final to City and went out to Southampton. Coach needs to remember a whole season has 4 comps. I mean, would I say 8 out of 10? I mean, I would say the fact that we lost the cup final, it means that it could have been 3 trophies because so far it could have been 2. You know what I mean? But it could have been 3 if we win, the Champions League, or even if we lose it. It's like we could have had 3. I mean, I'd give it a 9 out of 10 because we were in the cup final and we lost. If we were in that EFL Cup final and we got beat in the semi-final or the quarter-final, but won the league and the Champions League, I'd give it a 10 out of 10 based on the fact that the 2 biggest trophies. You know what I mean? But a point, I have to give a point deduction because of, we got to the cup final and, you know what I mean? We had a clean sweep, essentially, getting to that. If you were there the other night, you would know nobody actually cares about anything, but we won exactly. So grown men shed tears. That's what I mean. Nobody's got time to be like, "Oh, you Arteta outers." Nobody's got time for that. And they won't at the parade either. I think it's probably true. United are the club in a drought right now. It is. They haven't been to a Champions League final since 2011. They haven't won it since 2008. Now imagine if Arsenal win the Champions League this season. I mean, that would make Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City that have all won the Champions League more recently than them. You know what I mean? And if you want to add Spurs and Aston Villa in the mix, and even West Ham, and potentially Palace, you could say those clubs have won a European trophy more recently than Man United. You know what I mean? It's insane. Why do you think now that Arteta's got over the line that Leeds' opinions will be valued? Well, any one of us, like people who doubted Arteta, their opinions going forward is going to be more up for question by a lot of people simply because we said all this, what we said about the manager, and he eventually got us over the line. But at the same time, the judgments we were making was based on what he was serving up to us, and he kept proving us right. You know what I mean? So some people will see it as, I can't take him seriously now. And then some people will see it as, it don't make a difference because for the most part, he was right. And this manager did get over the line. But what if Arteta never wins the league ever again while he's here? Let's just say he's here for another 4 years. What if he don't win the league again? You know what I mean? That's going to make this season look like it was some sort of fluke, won't it? So there's that aspect to take in mind as well. How long before the Man City bottle guy is on Sky Sports talking about online abuse, mental health, getting weighed in at Etihad? Well, actually, I was going to do a reaction video to what he said on Sky Sports when they interviewed him after the season. Yeah? But I won't do it here. I'll make it a separate video. But yeah, man's trying to talk about, oh, it's banter, mate. Some people took it too far. Fam, hold that. You know what I mean? You knew what you were getting yourself into. You know what I mean? And you milked it. I told you guys, why are you coming fast 2.0? That's what he is. Remember the guy when he was shouting, why are you coming fast? When the guy bumped into him on the bike and the guy was working on his car. And he was like, why are you coming fast? He's a 2.0 of that. You know what I mean? Quick fame and it will die off. You know what I mean? It's just so ironic that he did that because we bottle the league only to be the biggest bottlers. He out-bottled the bottle, basically. You know what I mean? You couldn't make it up. Could not make this up. Because the 5 straight trophy seasons should not be so quickly and easily brushed under the carpet. So, I mean, he didn't blame the ball. It was a setup. It was a setup because they asked him about the ball. He shouldn't have said anything about the ball's different. It flies away more. He shouldn't have said that shit. He should have just said, we all play, us and Newcastle play with the same ball. The ball don't make a difference. And it's not an excuse. I have no issue with the ball. Even if he felt the ball was different, he should have just said that. That's kind of similar to how Arsenal fan used to make fun of Spurs not winning anything. It's that trap card, man. United fans can't use. That's what I mean. Telling you, these men are scared. They asked what it was like using the new ball, and they did what mainstream media do. Yep. Jeff is going to lose it when he finds out I'm a Welsh gunner. Ah, well, he probably say, go back to where you came from. You know what I mean? Good analogy on the Ether track. The response from Jay-Z in the track called Super Ugly, using the Nas beat, which was dismissed. And he panics like United. Yeah, that's what I mean. Them Rockefeller and them man panicked when Nas brought out that song. They panicked. And that's what United fans are doing now. They've been ethered. And now it's like, we need to win the league now. You know what I mean? And that desperation, I'm telling you, that desperation, it could cost them all trophies. It could cost them trying to fight for a League Cup. It could cost them trying to fight for a FA Cup. Champions League, we'll have to see how they're doing that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's impossible for United to win the league. You know what I mean? It's still possible. It could happen. They might do it next season for all we know. I just know that if you don't win the league in 3 years, you're going to be calling for Carrick's head. And if he doesn't win the Champions League in that time, you're going to be calling for his head. It doesn't matter if he wins the EFL Cup and or FA Cup. That don't matter unless he's strongly cementing top 4, like finishing 3rd and 2nd. Yeah, not just scraping fourth. I'm talking he's comfortably, third and second. Yeah. Drake panicked, and also after Kendrick came out with Not Like Us and 3 other diss tracks back to back and had to come out defending himself. That's United now, exactly. You know what I mean? Drake's now calling himself Iceman, pretending that he's got no feelings. That's what Not Like Us did to him. You know what I mean? We'll await United's version of that. You know what I mean? There are rumours that after the Prem win, Arteta's already planning a master plan for the Champions League final. If there's a game plan I want so bad is to scam the haram ball, it's this one. Yeah. Saka corner. And like who would we, if let's just say we've got a corner on the 90 plus 4th minute. Yeah, 7 minutes of added time, 90 plus 4. Yeah, 0-0 in the Champions League final. And Saka's taking a corner. Because we know that from Saka's end is well, then again, Rice's end is probably equally as good. But let's just say it's from Saka's end, yeah? Who would you want to get their head on that ball to score the winner? Like, who would you want it to be? You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I don't know. Obviously, anybody, will do. You know what I mean? There's no thing. But, like, some people might have I want Gyökeres to do it. I want it to be Gabriel. I want it to be Saliba. Or I want it to be Havertz or something. You know what I mean? Some people might have somebody, I want that person to score the winner. You know what I mean? Like me personally, if I was to choose a Champions League final winning goal, it would be the Odegaard when he scored that equaliser against Man United in a couple of seasons ago at Emirates, when United thought they were beating us 2-1 and they ended up losing 3-1. You know, when we went on a counter-attack after they scored and the ball got passed across to Odegaard and he did that classic goal where he just passes it in the net. I'd probably choose that type of goal for the winner in the Champions League final. You know what I mean? Because we've been on Odegaard's case for being the worst captain, blah blah blah. Yeah. So if anything, if I could choose somebody to score the winner in a Champions League final, I'd probably say from that Odegaard or something. Odegaard volley from a corner. Saka whips in the ball. PSG player gets his head on it to head it away, and Odegaard volleys it in. I'll be crying tears if I see that Champions League too. Fam, my G, we deserve 2 Champions Leagues under Wenger, and I had to go and get him, become a legend for Arsenal. Yeah, man. I mean, the time is now for that, man. You know what I mean? They're gonna do too much to be local like that now. Yeah. I mean, way too gone now. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm from West London, not North London. Am I fake too now? Yeah. Well, he'll say, "Oh, go support Brentford." You know what I mean? How he's ending the 22 trophy draw, not a 10 out of 10. I mean, the league is bread and butter. I mean, the league is bread and butter. I'll base it on. I can only hear the 8 out of 10 if we don't win we didn't win the EFL Cup, and if we don't win the Champions League. Because all these other seasons that man was saying were 7s and 8s out of 10. Nah, fam, because we didn't win anything. Yeah. But I'm really, I don't throw 10 out of 10 willy-nilly. I don't even do that with Giel. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like people are quick to say she's a 10 out of 10. It's like, no, she's not. You know what I mean? She's a strong 6. And that's a 6 is not bad. That's still above average. You know what I mean? But getting to the cup finals is what I'm basing on, because we've won the trophy now. We won a trophy. You know what I mean? So it's a 10 out of 10 it's a 10 out of 10 winning the league. But I have to subtract a point because it could have been a double for the EFL Cup. But win the Champions League. You know what I mean? I'm all for it's a 10 out of 10. regardless. But I think about things a little bit differently. Why do I still feel like if we won the League Cup final, we would have won the title in March, April for sure, and rested our players for the league, possibly. But then again, think of it like this. If we win the Champions League, what if we'd have played Raya in an EFL Cup final and played him in the FA Cup? We may have won a quadruple. You know what I mean? We may have won a quadruple. You can't help but ask yourself, what would have happened if, say, we win the Champions League? You can't help but ask yourself, what would have happened if we'd have played Raya in a Carabao Cup final instead? And the FA Cup. Bear in mind, I was one that said, no, play Kepa, because he was our keeper in that competition. And we signed a second keeper for a reason. And this team's good enough to win the competition. I mean, never did I see Kepa doing that, dropping the ball essentially. But, they better pray we don't do the Champions League. I'm telling you, they better do. They better pray. Big up YG. Did you see the Man City bottle guy? He's the biggest industry plant. I seen him on Sky Sports. I'm going to do a reaction to it. Not now. I'm going to do it at some point. Are you glad players like Semenyo and Cherki have got pie in their face because they was, oh yeah, Semenyo giving it in the EFL Cup final. Oh yeah, it made it easy for me. You know what I mean? With such arrogance. You know what I mean? You went from Bournemouth to City to bottle the league at Bournemouth. You couldn't make it up. And then you got Cherki with the keep ups. Where's your keep ups now? You know what I mean? Where's your keep ups now? Semenyo supposedly talked to his former teammates only to lose the league against his former teammate. You couldn't make it up. You couldn't make it up. You know what I mean? You couldn't make it up. Southampton can get foots. Because remember they spoiled our title chances 3 seasons ago. Poetic justice. Yeah, fuck Southampton. Fuck them. I'm a City fan. It was funny at the time, but that bottle guy took a big gamble and it's backfired. That's what I mean. I said City fans would implode on him if they don't win the league. You know what I mean? Just like United Strand, man were pulling his hair when he went to one of them games. You know what I mean? United fans started imploding on him because it's almost like they were blaming him for how United were. You know what I mean? The bottle guy is barely any different. You know what I mean? Man's talking about how the bottle guy talking about how he's in Arsenal fan. He's in Arsenal players' heads. Fam, you kept a bottle for 2 years. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? But I'm gonna talk more on that anyway. Brother, you should find some other club to support. You hate Arsenal all along. Shame on you. Hey, I wonder when this guy was gonna come back. I wondered when he was gonna come back. Yeah, I wondered when he was gonna come back.
Shut your bitch ass up before I get to talking shit about you.
Boy, you don't sit your stupid ass down. Who the f you think you is?
I hated Arsenal all along. Now, guys, can you put a 1 in the chat if you saw me hating on Arsenal all this time? You know what I mean? Put a 2 if he's capping. Don't care about Southampton. They're disrespecting us, and I don't want them to reach playoff. They'll go down anyways. No, Southampton are kicked out of the playoffs. It's Middlesbrough that's in there now. Big up to Static. It's Middlesbrough that's in there now. You know what I mean? Who laughs and all that. YG got one more suggestion. We need a Devon Moyes statue outside it. Like I said, Everton and Bournemouth are on the whitelist. Yeah, they're exempt from being bantered against. Even though Everton need to hurry up and win a trophy now because you've got mid teams like Villa, yeah, lower teams like Spurs, mid teams like Palace ending their trophy droughts, mid teams like Newcastle ending their trophy droughts. Yeah. You're bigger than all them clubs. You've got 9 league titles to your name, and you haven't won a trophy since '95. That is disgraceful. Y'all need to end something soon because the Europa League is making it easier for teams like Everton to end their trophy droughts. They're literally making it easier. Everton better hurry up and get inside Europe before they change the rules and have it so that there's a relegation place in Europe. Everton better hurry up because as soon as it gets to a point where teams are going to drop down from the Champions League into Europa League, and Europa League are going to drop down into the Conference League. It's going to become peak. Yeah. You had Crystal Palace are in a conference final. Yeah. Spurs won the Europa League last season. Chelsea walked the conference last season. Villa just won the Europa League. Everything, you got to do something. Because man, I ended the trophy droughts, and it's European trophies they're doing it with. These are the same teams that domestically they can't end a trophy drought for shit, apart from Crystal Palace and Newcastle, of course. But we've seen Aston Villa in a gang of cup finals and not win them domestically. As soon as they get to European one, they win it straight away. We've seen the same thing with Spurs. Yeah. Everton, you better hurry up, I'm telling you. You better hurry up. Oh, yeah. I need to get the photo of because those fans obviously being salty online on X, and they put a list of all the decisions Arsenal got away with, and I thought to myself, I might have to frame that. You know what I mean? Just to rub it in some more. Chris has scored the winner for me in the final. Gabriel. As it's to score against Palace. Big Gabby rises like salmon. Gabriel, not gonna lie. Me, I'm choosing Odegaard, Odegaard for me. One of them classic goals where the ball comes across him and he hits it in. Or from a corner from Saka's end, and the ball gets headed out, and he's there to just volley it, and it finds its way in. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, Odegaard, despite what we've said, obviously he's a Premier League champion now anyway. But what that would do for the stick that he's got, being our captain, from not only us as Arsenal fans but outsiders, if he scores or assists or plays a big part in winning the Champions League, all is forgiven. All is forgiven. That's why if somebody said choose your goal scorer or choose your most impactful player in the Champions League final to win it, I'd choose Odegaard based on that. He would literally be in the books with all the legends, all the captains. Yeah, just alone, just from that, he should already be in there anyway. Because let's not forget his role in the goal against West Ham. Yeah. So yeah, it'd be Odegaard for me. What will Jeff do when he finds out Saka's from West London, or when he finds out Gabriel's Brazilian? Oh no, I don't know what I mean. What would man like Jeff do? You know what I mean? Man's probably gonna be like, man probably thought everybody was English. He probably thought they were all from North London. Same way about Gal Tanacton, mythical. Yeah, people thought a strong six is you know what I mean? A compliment to a woman is a strong six. Too many men are saying, "Oh, you're a 10." No, she's not. She ain't. But fair enough. You want to get in between them drawers. I get it, but let's just be real. You know what I mean? A strong six is, you know what I mean? Like, your 5 out of 10s is the average woman's a 5 out of 10. On average. It's average. You know what I mean? And then if an average woman puts on some makeup, she'll probably jump to a 6. You know what I mean? And then you get some women where they're attractive enough to where they don't even really need to put on makeup. They're the 6s. The 7s are the ones that walk into a room and people turn around. Like, people like notice it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know your friend, like, point over there. Those are like your 7s, not your 8s. Your 8s are they're like creeping into elite category. You know what I mean? Like, then in your 9s, you know what I mean? We're talking like Kelly Rowland and them. You know what I mean? But 10's mythical. A 10 only exists in the mind of somebody that really likes somebody that much that they genuinely do see him as a 10 out of 10. You know what I mean? The 10 is like the lustful part of it. Otherwise, you know what I mean? You like today, how wherever you guys have been today, did you see a 10 out of 10 today? No, you didn't. You probably didn't. You know what I mean? You probably saw a strong 6 at best. You know what I mean? You probably saw a strong 6. So it is. Right to score the winning goal. And, you know, I was thinking about Raya, you know. I was thinking about it because I was thinking of a scenario where the keeper comes up from the corner. You know what I mean? I was thinking about that kind of scenario. One thing I know for sure is if you start Kepa in net, it's basically a loss. Kepa still needs to go. Yeah, I mean, it's one of them. I obviously him being an ex-Chelsea player is what made me mind about it, but I didn't mind it ability-wise because I do think he's decent. It's Kepa. I do think he is decent. Like decent enough to be a decent backup. But obviously, I like I said, I don't blame him for the cup final because you know what I mean. Man were acting as if they'd never seen Raya make mistakes. You know what I mean? Semenyo went to the easy route to win trophies rather than the club legend. And the thing is, he he's a big Arsenal fan as well. If we'd have came in for Semenyo, he'd have come to us. Gay would have come to us. You know what I mean? The Bournemouth crowd was singing the Semenyo song at the end of the game. I didn't even know. I was too busy celebrating that we won the league. Another Jeff. I know. Man like Jeff 2.0, you know. Got 2s in the chat. These top gooners are the ones that go to the casino after 99 fails and on the 100th one they win big. See, I told you win big. Yeah, but what about the other 99 times you lost money? Yeah. You know what I mean? Apologize because I lost a lot of money and you took piss. You know what I mean? Now Everton need to beat Spurs on Sunday, otherwise get them off the list. West Ham need to do their thing as well. Nah, I can't remove Everton from the list because they played their part in City bottling this league. They'll be on the whitelist for a season. Yeah. But anyhow, they beat Spurs and West Ham beat Leeds. Yeah. I'll even put Leeds United on a whitelist if they lose to West Ham and Everton beat Spurs. Leeds will be on a whitelist. I won't ban to Leeds. I'd exempt them, man. I would tell them, man, look, I'm exempting you, Bournemouth and Everton, because you did this. Yeah? I'd even go that far. Yeah? I wouldn't whitelist West Ham, though, because I can't stand West Ham. Because they shouldn't have been in that position, the Gimps. You know what I mean? Shouldn't have been the last 18. Same way you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Exactly. Would you rather have tried, failed, or never tried at all? Yeah. Yeah, Gabe, but you can't only mention the one time you hit it big and not mention 99 times you failed. It goes both ways. Big up to Rod. Bottle guy was more entertaining than the actual Premier League on-field product. Oh, the bottle guy. He's never going to leave that down. I'll give him his plaudits and expect him to kick on next year and go again, don't get me wrong. So, man, that's it. Have you noticed not one proper Premier League club have yeah, I know. See that? You know what I mean? But let me just check though. Did they congratulate? Actually, hold on a minute. I've got that. It's a good job I didn't start reacting yet because you lot wouldn't have heard a thing. Because I've got the wrong tab. Here we are. Got it open here. So what I'll do is move that to my TV screen. Because believe it or not, I've got my small TV in this truck. Let me just. Oh, well, hold on. So it's about 5 minutes that Egal comes on, innit? Oh, wait, I see your comment now. DJN 1856. Egal was at the start at one point. Right, all right. I'm gonna start from when Egal comes on. And I'll share my screen in a minute. If it's going to rewind. Yeah, right. I'll share it in a second. But I just want to check. I want to check something. What if Man City thrash Aston Villa and Arsenal drop points away at Crystal Palace? Oh, we're definitely going to run with that. We're definitely going to run with that. You know what I mean? We're definitely going to run with that. What club should we look up? Let's look up Aston Villa. I just want to see something. I just want to check if there's any congratulations on from Aston Villa. Just checking them. Man City. But it's just showing me I don't know if do Premier League clubs congratulate others though. I don't know if they do. As I should be getting a bit warm in here now. All right, aircon's gonna come on now. I should be fans see Maresca, Manchester mission at Chelsea, start situation a mess, Newcastle do nothing. Asher should do very well. Should do. We're expecting up to 8 exits this summer. Expect another 8 coming in then. Get a proper left wing, binges Jesus and Martinelli, keep Trossard as backup. Rumours from Man of Arsenal that the Prem win players are ringing up their agents begging to come to Arsenal. You see, I quote the players come to Arsenal this summer now. Well, Arsenal have been desirable by players around the world all these years. Just imagine how much it's going to shoot up now, especially if we win the Champions League. What do you think of that Krupy kid from Bournemouth? Would you take him? I'd take him, but I'd rather get that Kevin Skillier, whatever his name is, from PSG. I'm just not sure if that Krupy kid. I'm just not sure if he's good enough to be starting week in, week out for us. You know what I mean? Is he really going to outdo Trossard if, say, we keep Trossard? I'm a proper Parisian this weekend, fluent French and that.
I beg your pardon. I beg your pardon.
Do you play FC26 in your truck? No, I don't, but it could be a possibility, but I'm not going to bring my PlayStation 5 in the truck. It's quite funny. I'm gonna get to it now. You comment. Probably do indirectly though. Managers and congratulations. Probably Even in positive Dan came out yesterday prediction of a 6 triple next season for Arsenal like Barcelona in '09. Is that right? United fan here. Congrats on the Prem. Now it's time for United to do something. Now there's no hiding from us. Yeah, you man are begging to win the league now. Yeah, it's hit you now. You know what I mean? You didn't mind Liverpool stacking up league titles. You didn't mind Man City stacking up league titles. But as soon as Arsenal stacked another one, that's when you man draw the line. It was like, no, we got to do it now. You know what I mean? YG, we're going to win the Sex Triple 2027. Let's go. Let's go. You get me? Start with, if we win the Champions League, start with the Super Cup, Community Shield. You know what I mean? And get over 4. You get me? I won't be available unless his ability somehow disappears. And just imagine that. Not like if we did that, Like nobody could say anything ever again. You know what I mean? All right, you know, Big Steve has come out and said Pep is clear Fergie now. Has he said that now? I suppose I would say that one. I mean, I don't get how man are feeling comfortable disrespecting Fergie like that, though. He won 13 Premier Leagues. Yeah? He won 13 of them. Right? He won 2 Champions Leagues. Both times he won the Champions League, he won a league title with it. One of them was a treble. You know what I mean? I think man are just quick to disrespect Fergie too much now. You know what I mean? It's like, I thought that the more league titles you won is what made you clear of another manager. That's what I thought. Fergie won 13 Premier Leagues in England. He won 13 Premier Leagues. Pep's won how many? 7? 6? Pep won 1 Champions League here. Fergie's won 2 here. I mean, yeah, Pep's done 2 different trebles. And domestic quadruple, really, which has never been done. So I suppose when you look at that, you know what I mean, you have to add those things in there as well. But yeah, if we did this Super League with Triumph United and City's trebles, of course it would. Fergie will always be clear of Pep. You get Top Blue saying, but what about the 100 points? These are the same ones that told you that just because the Invincible Trophy is gold, it's still the same thing. It's still the Premier League. Well, yeah, if I get 100 points or if I get 80 points, if I won the league, I've won the league. You know what I mean? He beat Real Madrid with Aberdeen to win a European Cup. Yeah. So absolute true panic. If Arsenal don't think about 9 days, bloody hell, Premier Champions League, for Arsenal certainly could. See, if Arteta does that though, there'll be conversations about him and Klopp in England. He would have lapsed every manager outside of Fergie and Pep in the Premier League era for what they did at their clubs individually. He'd have lapsed all of Wenger's seasons because winning the league and Champions League double, that's the best double you can win. That's better than winning the league and FA Cup, league and EFL Cup. You know what I mean? Fergie did it on the shoestring. Well, I wouldn't say a shoestring. He did spend a lot of money. You know what I mean? He did have a lot of money. But you know, he did. It was more out of the mud more than what Pep is. He goes, anything unique Fergie has done. Pep did it better, like 4-peat, 3-peat, not adding context, everything. I mean, I can get why the argument's there, but I just thought that winning more league titles was what it was mainly based on. You know what I mean? That's what I thought it was. But yeah, Igal was out like 2021. Yeah, I used to have a clip. I had it in here. I don't have it now, but oh shit! I'm gonna turn my TV off. I'll turn it back on. Turn my TV on. Turn the ignition all the way off. But yeah, I've got it back on anyway. So, anyways, let's see what's been said on here. Because Igal comes up on here and apparently he's giving it a little bit. Fans be crying hard 9 days, excluding Spurs because we deserve to be called rivals. Single season, yeah. Remember when it was Fergie and Wenger? United fans clapped off Wenger a lot. Yeah, they don't want to respect Arteta. I don't want it to go to penalties, man. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be like that. But anyways, let's cue the music and let's hear what's been said.
He had to run away. No, I don't rate. I don't. Do you know what? I'm gonna diss Igalo on every video.
Yeah, we'll have to.
Yeah, one question to Hooks and Dan. If Arteta does win the Champions League, do you then put him in conversations with Arsene Wenger?
Yeah.
He's up there with Di Matteo.
He immediately becomes Arsenal's GSM.
Man said
I don't know if I agree. I don't know if I agree with.
Man said, what's it Jeremy said about he's there with Di Matteo, you know. Family's laps Di Matteo if he does that. You know what I mean? It's better to win the Prem and the Champions League than the Champions League and the FA Cup in the same season. Let's not do that.
I think it's the greatest ever achievement, but I don't think he'd go down in being better than Wenger. But that's debatable.
It's different eras of football, right?
He's not better than Wenger, but what I want people to know is a lot of people said he's not good enough to win us the Premier League. He's not good enough to even challenge for the league. They said that this team, he wasn't even good enough to get us top 4. People were saying he needs to be sacked. People were looking at Arsenal every year getting at the top of the league and coming short and saying he's the problem, and not looking at the fact that we're going up against a juggernaut in Man City, ignoring now you guys
allow it, Gal. Sorry, Gal. Allow it. Because when Liverpool fans said that, we got told to be quiet and stop crying.
Gal was on your side with that out, man. You backed you, man. He was saying it's a juggernaut with Manchester City, so it's okay.
He wasn't good enough before, Gal. He's got over the line now. We give him credit, but before he wasn't good enough, Gal.
I was backing Liverpool
before.
Bro, he was good enough. The thing was, we were going up a team that was just better than us. Now that we have a team that's on par or better,
Dan, bring up DJN 1856.
Fam, I mean, Igalo saying he was good enough, but let's not forget last season, yeah? You know what I mean? We lost the league to Slot. This could have been a two-peat. Winning the league this season could have been a two-peat and probably should have been a two-peat. You know what I mean? But Hooks demands your comment come up, DJ, and
his comment, please.
Listen,
Dow is holier than you. You can't run the Dow is holier.
Stop it.
Well, look at DJ N1. Apparently, a guy was Arteta out at one point.
Nah, can't be.
I
don't remember that.
My point is, now that left, guys. Listen.
Yo, a Gal was you Arteta out at one point?
Listen.
See, man's dodging. You see that?
Selective badness.
You see that? Man's avoiding it now. Yeah, I wish I still had the clip. Let me just quickly see if I've got it in my iCloud. I don't think I do. Oh man, I shouldn't have deleted it. I don't think I've got it in my iCloud no more. I don't think I've got it in here. Let me have a look. Hold on. Do I have it in here? Wait. Oh, yes, I got it. Oh, let me airdrop that to me right now. Let me airdrop that to me.
I've seen him do it.
All right, hold on a minute, guys. I just airdropped it to me when I made that clip. There we are.
And until we get Mikel Arteta out of this club, we're continuously going to be a swinging pendulum. And until we get the owners out of this club, we're never going to get the investment needed to win a Champions League or a league title.
Hey, man. Yep.
Gotcha, bitch.
See that? So when man's trying to dodge that question, yeah, when man's trying to say, oh, you know what I mean, man's trying it.
Now that Pep's left, guys, listen.
Yo, Gal, was you Arteta out at one point?
Listen.
Yeah, he was.
Was you Arteta out at any point?
I love.
Everybody had.
He definitely was.
He was Arteta out at one point, but he's on us for not believing.
I think he said if they don't win the Premier League, I think.
So man's connection just suddenly died. You know what I mean?
Do it.
You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
So Igal's connection just suddenly just evaporated. Let's go back.
Now that Pep's left, guys.
I've seen him do it. Yo, Gal, was you Arteta out at one point?
Listen.
Yeah, he was.
Was you Arteta out at any point?
I love.
Everybody had.
Yeah,
He definitely was.
You know what he did? He spoke and muted his mic and made out that his connection was frozen. That's what he did.
I've
Telling
seen
you.
him do it.
But I can't prove it. Man muted his mic. Yeah, that's why he came on and didn't put his camera on. Yeah, because he knew what he was gonna say, and he knew it was a possibility that somebody was gonna bring up, "You used to be Arteta out." Because man came in with a smoke. Yeah, let's go back. Let's go all the way back. He came in with a smoke, didn't he? Yeah.
At Arsenal every year, getting at the top of the league and coming short and saying he's the problem, and not looking at the fact that we're going up against a juggernaut in Man City, ignoring. Now you guys.
No, allow it, Igal. Sorry, Igal. Not Igal. Allow it.
See how his connection was perfect when he was speaking. Then listen to Igal speak. Listen to how smooth his connection is. Yeah, listen to how smooth it is, and then listen to how suddenly. Oh, I've lost my connection.
That's debatable.
It's different eras of football, right? That's the
He's not better than Wenger, but what I want people to know is a lot of people said he's not good enough to win us the Premier League. He's not good enough to even challenge for the league.
Yeah,
they said that this team, he wasn't even good enough to get us top 4. People were saying he needs to be sacked. People were looking at Arsenal every year, getting at the top of the league and coming.
All right, well, it does sound like he's driving or in a car, in some sort of moving vehicle. So it might be that he does have bad connection, but that doesn't mean that he didn't milk it. I don't mean he didn't milk it and be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna dip. I mean, I still think it's suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
You know what I mean?
Coming short and saying he's the problem, and not looking at the fact that we're going up against a juggernaut in Man City, ignoring. Now you guys.
No, allow it, Igal. Sorry, Igal. Not Igal. Allow it. Because when Liverpool fans said that, we got told to be quiet and stop crying.
Igal was on your side with that out, man. You backed you, man. He was saying it's a juggernaut with Manchester City, so it's okay.
He wasn't good enough before, Igal. He's got over the line now. We give him credit, but before, he wasn't good enough, Igal.
I was backing Liverpool before. Bro, he was good enough. The thing was, we were going up a team that was just better than us. Now that we have a team that's on par or better.
Dan, bring up DJN 80 and 50.
I've seen him do it.
Listen, my point is,
Dow is holier than you. You can't run the Dow is holier than you thing. Well, look at DJN1. Apparently, a guy was Arteta out at one point.
I've seen him do it.
Nah, can't be.
I
don't remember that.
My point is, now that Pep's left, guys. Listen.
Yo, Gal, was you Arteta out at one point?
Listen.
Yeah, he was.
Was you Arteta out at any point?
I love.
Everybody had.
He definitely was.
He was Arteta out at one point, but he's on us for not believing.
I think he said if they don't win the Premier League, I think.
I'll tell you when he was. I'll tell you when he was. The exact game when he was when we went and lost 3 games in a row, and we got smashed by Man City, beaten by Chelsea, and he was 3 games bottom of the table and Tottenham were top. And he said, I think Arteta needs to be sacked. But that was back into COVID. Like,
yeah.
selective badness.
And until we get Mikel Arteta out of this club, we're continuously going to be a swinging pendulum. And until we get the owners out of this club, we're never going to get the investment needed to win a Champions League or a league title.
Hey, man.
Again.
Can make it up, guys. Can make it up. It's a good job out of the clip, innit? It's a good job out of the clip. Oh, let me see. Let me try and catch up with the comments. Well, you made my job easier, yeah. Yeah. That intro, that used to be my intro, well, sub intro. Yeah, because I did a video bringing it up, and I said this earlier anyway. These man, you guys out to throw out. You have man throwing season tickets away. You know what I mean? He didn't want to. His connection cut off now. You know what I mean? Man got out of there quick, didn't they?
You don't find that suspicious?
Man got out of there quick. His connection just happened to die at that point. Yeah? When asked, man had all this energy to talk about, oh, but we came up against juggernauts, mate, in Man City. But then as soon as Flawless said, well, was you out to tell? Man's trying to dodge it and then his connection cuts out. Nah. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Stop the cap.
Fam, you couldn't make this up. Phone reception died. You know what I mean? My phone reception FC. You know what I mean? As soon as you get put on your toes, your connection dies. You know what I mean? And he's out of there. You know what I mean? He's out of there. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You just couldn't make this up, man. No, these men on that stream need to play that. They should have. Well, Dan knows when it was anyway, because he said when it was, and it was that period because he's wearing a Puma top as well. And I've seen that clip on Terry Foods' channel. You know what I mean? So man are talking about, oh, well, you know, what you said.
And until we get Mikel Arteta out of this club, we're continuously going to be a swinging pendulum. And until we get the owners out of this club, we're never going to get the investment needed to win a Champions League or a league title.
Hey, you ain't going too goddamn far now.
Jesus. That sudden dead connection. You know what I mean? Man got out of there. Man was in and out of there. You know what I mean? Man's doing the pendulum steps, jabbing in and out. You know what I mean? Man did a quick jab to the body and got out of there before he could receive one to the face. You know what I mean? He comes back on after that. He comes back on for a little bit. Let me play it.
What year? What year? 20. What is that? 22?
2021.
I can't be putting that up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I think that's a yeah. I don't know if that.
It's a long time ago.
Yeah, I don't know.
Long time ago. Long time ago.
It still happened though.
I'll tell you what you have to give credit to. You have to give credit to Arsenal's ownership.
It still happened, like Callum said. It still happened.
On board.
Yeah.
By sticking by the project and sticking by Arteta for all these years and believing he was the one that get him over the line and not listening to fans outside. So sometimes maybe if you give coaches time to do their thing and give them the right resources to be successful, they can be successful. So.
It also wouldn't have been wrong if
I knew I still had it in my iCloud. I knew I still had it in there. Because I put that edit together. And that edit, I did that edit 24th of May 2025 was when I did that edit. So that was almost a year ago it'll be a year ago on Sunday that I made that clip. I put that clip together. I knew I still had it. I'm glad I didn't delete it because I took it out of my StreamYard. I mean, man ain't getting out of that. I know. Big up to DJN 1856.
They'd sacked him, bought someone else in, and someone else won the league. That also wouldn't have been wrong. So
it can work both ways, can't it? It can work both ways.
Igal's got a really bad connection. He has sent me a message. He is coming on now. Igal, try and
By
say
the way,
what
don't
you
give
want to say.
slot time though.
Come on, Igal.
All right. Listen. The reason why people are saying this, everybody had questions for the manager before we signed Odegaard, Ramsdale, and Tomiyasu, and we started cooking again. It was always a personnel issue. It was never a manager inability to get the best out of the team.
But you want the manager gone. Let's not forget, you want the manager gone, fam.
And until we get Mikel Arteta out of this club, we're continuously going to be a swinging pendulum. And until we get the owners out of this club, we're never going to get the investment needed to win a Champions League or a league title.
You still want the manager gone, fam. You know what I mean?
I thought Arteta was always punching above his weight.
Hey, Gal, you do realize Arteta signed those players, bro?
You also realize that some of the squad players were not good enough. Hence why we're now good enough to win the league.
But hold on, but Gal, you just said it was a personal issue, and you named 3 players that Arteta directly signed.
No, that's
so is
why
that not an identification issue then?
He's struggling, man.
No,
I'll tell you what he said.
No, I don't want to do this with regard today. It's your lot's day. It's your lot's week. I just think revisionism. I just think's a bit crazy. I don't know.
What's my whole take the whole time? My whole take the whole time was that the personnel was the problem, not the manager.
Yo, come in, boys.
I'm not sure what we're doing here.
Yo, I found some Spurs and West Ham fans here for you, boys. They want to congratulate you. They want to congratulate you.
Is this a PGMOL stream?
Congrats,
PGMOL. Congrats, Richard Scudamore. You've got your new Premier League winner. Congratulations.
Yo, Red Brothers, man. Well done.
I hear it.
Why are you congratulating?
Why do you care so much?
What's going on, Wolfie?
Saeed, yes, the girl's there.
Saeed, I want to tell you that was definitely a goal from Cunha and Mbeumo, man. 100%,
man.
100%.
And he was crying.
Fuck you, Saeed. It's flawless here as well. Fuck you, flawless. You fucking cheating scumbag. Both of you.
Hold that, man.
Fuck me for? I went out there.
The only cheating country is Arsenal. That's all you need to know.
Why you blame me, Wolfie?
The way Villa done at Freiburg.
You're wearing that Satan on the top right there, man. If you want something,
I've got to fuck up.
I take it Gal don't come back on after that then. I'm assuming it's died now, the conversation. Apparently, Igal thought that Van Persie came through our academy. I know he didn't know that Ashburton. What was he didn't know? Something about Ashburton Army or something. He didn't know what it was. He didn't know something like that. I remember on one of Lee Gunner streams when he was on stream with Lee Gunner. But bless him. You know what I mean, bless him. Just don't be calling that. Don't be sending for man just because you are Arteta in all time, innit? You know what I mean? Let's see, it dropped off now. False up. Let's YG the clip. We can show you for next time. YG, I'll send you the clip after the show. Yeah, well, I'm about to end it now anyway. Next video I'm gonna do is gonna be the I'm gonna reply to that bottle guy. I'm not gonna do it now. I might as well make it a separate stream. You know what I mean? Because I'm telling you, I'm taking aim on these man all summer. Yeah. Any rival fan that talks ill of Arsenal's name, I'm coming from. Yeah. So that's what it's gonna be. But anyways, guys, big up to all yous that was in here. Don DeMarco, of course.
Don DeMarco.
And yeah, like the stream, share, comment, subscribe. Yeah, champions. That's what I'm talking about. All these things are getting updated in here. Yeah. Obviously, I've got my background. You know what I mean? Got the background, King Tets with all the trophies he's won so far. Hopefully, we're putting a Champions League on there. I might have to move the Community Shield and stack it, you know, behind the other one so you can see that the both shields are there, and have the FA, have the Champions League on the other side, and then move the FA Cup or whatever. You know what I mean? But man's gonna sort this out. You know what I mean? Man's gonna sort this out. Everyone's bowing to our knees this season. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't mind the girl. You know what I mean? Anyone I've done content on, I don't dislike anybody. You know what I mean? It's just that sometimes you need to, you know, put the Community Shield in the back, not to see. Nah, the Community Shield staying. That's the Community Shield will be the marker of, you know what I mean? I won something, and then this is the token for winning it. You know what I mean? That's what it is. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the next stream. Peace out.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.